by F26 absolutely shattered my 4-year relationship with Ed, M28, and he's completely vanished. I need help. This is going to be a long one, and I already know I'm the villain here, so please spare me the "you deserved it" comments. I'm not looking for validation or pity. I just need some brutally honest guidance if there's any to be had. I'm in a dark place and honestly don't know what to do. Ed and I have been together for 4 incredible, loving, supportive years. I'm 26 and work at a marketing firm. He's 28 and in construction. On paper, we might seem like an unlikely pair, but we balanced each other out perfectly. He was the most caring, loving, attentive, and genuinely wonderful partner I could have ever asked for. He supported my career, celebrated my successes, and was always there to pick me up when things were tough. We built a life together, shared dreams, inside jokes, comforting routines. Seriously, our relationship was fantastic in every single way imaginable. We talked about our future, about moving in together permanently, about kids someday. I still love him so much it physically aches. It's a constant throbbing pain in my chest. Here's where it gets horrific, and where I completely destroyed everything we had. At my work Christmas party about a month ago, I made the most colossal mistake of my life. After way too many drinks, an excuse, not a justification, I know, I was unfaithful. With someone from work. It was a stupid, awful, impulsive decision, and I regretted it the moment it happened. The shame and guilt were immediate, overwhelming, and suffocating. Things at work have been incredibly awkward and tense ever since, which is its own hell, but nothing compared to the guilt I felt towards Ed. I felt like a garbage human being, completely unworthy of his love and trust. I hadn't told Ed. I was paralyzed by fear. Fear of losing him, fear of shattering his trust, fear of facing the consequences of my actions. I kept telling myself I'd figure out how to tell him, how to make it right. But I was just procrastinating, living in a constant state of anxiety and self-loathing. Then came New Year's Eve. We were at another party, celebrating with friends, and again, I drank far too much. Ed and I got into a minor argument. I honestly don't even remember what it was about, just that it escalated quickly. And in a moment of pure, drunken, self-sabotaging cruelty that I can barely even comprehend now, I blurted it out. Not just that I cheated, but I said something so incredibly vile, so deeply hurtful, so utterly unforgivable, that I will regret it for the rest of my life. That he had a small tool, and my workmate offered more in that department. The look on his face, it shattered me even in my drunken haze. The light just went out of his eyes. There was no anger, just profound hurt and a kind of vacant despair. He didn't say a single word. He just turned around, walked out of the party, and he's been gone ever since. It's been almost 3 weeks, and he's completely vanished. He blocked my number, all my social media accounts, everything. I've tried going to his apartment multiple times, but there's no answer. I've shown up at his job site, but they've told me he's on leave or something vague and won't let me talk to him. I've called his friends and family, begging for information, begging them to tell him I need to talk to him. But they're either blocking me too or simply refusing to engage. It's like he just ceased to exist. I know I messed up monumentally. I not only betrayed his trust in the most intimate way, but then I verbally abused him, weaponized his insecurities, and humiliated him in the cruelest way possible. I've been a complete wreck for weeks. I can't eat. I can't sleep more than a few hours a night. I can barely function at work. Every waking moment is filled with regret, shame, and an overwhelming sense of loss. The thought of never seeing him again, of never having the chance to apologize properly, to explain how truly sorry I am, how much I hate myself for what I did and said, is tearing me apart. I would do anything to go back in time and undo that night. Is there anything I can do? Anything at all, realistically? Has anyone been in a similar situation and managed to fix it, or at least get some kind of closure? I'm desperate. I just want to know he's okay. And if there's any way at all to even begin to atone for what I did. I feel like my world has ended, and it's entirely my fault. Please, Reddit. I'm begging for advice, however harsh it may be. What do I do when the person I love most in the world has disappeared because of me? Update. Turns out Reddit's advice was about as helpful as a screen door on a submarine. Thanks, I guess. Well, here I am again. You know, the girl who nuked her perfect relationship with Ed and then said something so monumentally cruel it could win an award for Worst Drunken Confession of the Century. I posted here a few weeks ago, desperate for advice, guidance, some closure, you name it. And boy, did I get it. I asked for help, and what I received was a masterclass in the obvious. You messed up, Emma. No kidding, Sherlock. You need to give him space. Right, because he hasn't already achieved maximum personal space by completely vanishing off the face of the earth and blocking me everywhere possible. You're the villain. Truly groundbreaking insight. I'd completely missed that after weeks of self-loathing and crying into my cold leftover pizza. I mean, bless your hearts, Redditors, for stating the glaringly apparent. It's truly comforting to know that when you're at rock bottom, the collective wisdom of the internet will remind you that gravity exists. I got a lot of learn from your mistakes and focus on yourself. Fantastic. So, my action plan, derived from all this profound input, is apparently to sit alone, contemplate my epic screw up, and not do anything. Because let's be real, there's nothing to do. Ed is still gone. Like, gone. His friends look at me like I'm a particularly virulent plague. His family probably has my picture up on a dartboard. I tried one more time to just send him a letter, a physical letter to his old apartment, hoping against hope it would reach him, or at least a kind soul who would forward it. It came back returned to sender. Even the postal service is over my drama. So, for those of you who told me to respect his boundaries, mission accomplished, I suppose. His boundaries are currently fortified with triple-layer concrete and an impenetrable force field. For those who suggested therapy, sure, I've got an appointment. I'm sure my therapist will have some truly revolutionary advice that hasn't already been screamed at me by every fiber of my being for the past month. Perhaps they'll suggest I stop being a terrible person. What a thought. Honestly, I'm not sure why I'm even writing this. There's no grand epiphany, no miraculous reunion, no secret Reddit hack to magically undo a catastrophic mistake and cruel words spoken in a drunken haze. The help I received was, predictably, just confirmation of what I already knew. I broke something beautiful beyond repair, and there's no fixing it. So, thanks for the help, Reddit. It's been enlightening. I guess I'll just go back to wallowing in the bed I made. No need for further advice. I think I've reached the absolute limit of obvious observations. Good luck to anyone else out there who manages to self-destruct their life with such breathtaking efficiency. You're not alone in your terrible choices.